shrimp. Much for joining for tasting time. Hi, I'm Katie O'Reilly and welcome to KDO's Food Carnival. We're going to Germany. German bites today, Munchen and München. Germany's full of festivals and they're all centered around food and drink and good times. And we're about to explore through the Carnival kitchen what these festivals bring to the table. Good taste, good fun, lots of smiles, lots of laugh, and everything's big and delicious. Let's go to the Carnival kitchen. Munchen in München is our German bite subtitle. Why? Because Munich is full of amazing food during their festivals. And so many people are focused on going to Munich to munch. And they call Munich München in Germany. So Munchen and München, here we go. So many fun varieties. First of all, Oktoberfest is a beer fest, and steins of beer are what it's all about, so cheers. Big German beers and ciders, oh, what could be better to celebrate? And what goes better than pretzels? Oh my God, who doesn't think of pretzels when they think of Germany? Pretzels are incredibly popular during beer season because they absorb all the beer, right? Soft pretzels are a fabulous treat, and they're sold by women who go around and pass them out, and there are usually a couple of dips. You can absolutely eat them with your mustards. However, one of the most unique dips that I came across is called Obratzen, and it's actually a camembert, cheese, beer, and paprika with onion dip. Here we go. This is so fun and unique. Salty and oniony and cheesy and gooey. However, it makes you thirsty because there is that onion flair going on there. And then, who doesn't love a traditional cheddar beer cheese? You can make it yourself. I strongly recommend. So that is every party beer drinking girl's dream. You gotta love it. Okay, too fun. Pickles and mustard and pretzels. That's where it all goes. Pickle on a stick. Mini pickles. Pickle spears. Play with it. It's crunch, texture. And usually a variety of flavors. So add some pickles to your platter, because that is also good German food fun. Mustards are unique. Honey mustard, Dusseldorf mustard, all amazing for dipping the pretzel, but they're also great for your sausages that'll come later. I love a Dusseldorf. It's strong. It's got that deep flavor. I love a honey mustard made with a yellow mustard. Also some strength, but then mellowed out with that honey. So cool, so cool. These are such a treat. Surprise inside. We take the weenie, roll it in the bread, but before we do, we stick it with a little pickle. So I'm gonna take a bite and show you. Pickles wrapped inside with a little bit of what they call a curry ketchup. It's almost like something that we would consider a barbecue sauce. Okay, mini bratwurst. These are only available in the fall season at your German markets. They are unique. Little onion, little pickle, nice soft roll. Cannot be beat on that one. Okay, I want to show you our fabulous potato pancakes, because these potato pancakes have not only your traditional toppings, I'm showing you some cool German favorites. Okay, traditional toppings that you might see normally are sour cream and applesauce. And I love the two of them, so I could stop right there, except when I discovered what else is out there. So let's say you want to get more variety because you love your potato pancakes. I've got a smoked salmon and dill with horseradish. I've got a ham and sauerkraut with horseradish. And then I've got an amazing, what they call meat with ketchup curry again, but it's actually basically like what we would consider a barbecued pork. So it's got some depth of flavor. It's beautiful. Any one of these are gonna be brilliant. But what I want you to start seeing here is how the culture and the land reflect the diet in this country. The fish is smoked because they're really not by the water, so you're not seeing a lot of fresh seafood. You're seeing ingredients that are pickled and preserved, and they make a lot of sausages. So we're definitely really feeling the spirit of Germany in the food. One of the cheeses they're most known for is a mild cheese called a Tillist cheese, T-I-L-I-S-T. And that is wonderful. If you panko fry it, it becomes almost like what we would consider a really creamy, almost like a Havarti Gouda mix. And then if you fry it warmed up, the little tomato coulis and a little fresh basil on top, kind of like a really high-end mozzarella stick. Fabulous. Fall screams pumpkin to me, and one of the unique items that I actually create in honor of the German tradition is a pumpkin fritter. I make this little pumpkin pancake, put a little bit of brie or Saint Andre or some ripe cheese on there, little apricot jelly, and of course my favorite, sesame bacon candy for crunch. Sweetness, there's sharpness with the cheese, and then it's pumpkin-y, so it's seasonal. Holds together and eats beautifully. This one, you have to write me and get that recipe because this is brilliant. My clients love it, friends love it. People will come to me just for that. But it screams fall festival. And Germany has all of these ingredients, so I'm gonna tie it in with those German bites. German meatballs in a mushroom gravy with pickled cucumber and lingonberry. What is more fun than a meatball at a party? Party meatballs are so fun. You can skewer them, put them in a spoon, put them in a dish, let people help themselves. Mushroom gravy with that pickled cucumber. And I pickled my cucumbers with a little allspice, so it brings it up a little bit, and then it matches and marries with that lingonberry and becomes bright and fruity in your mouth. So there's like acid, the mushrooms are so creamy, and the meat is delicate and soft. Gotta love it. And what, pray tell, could these over here be? I know you're looking at this. This is so fun. These are Westphalen ham lollipops. Super, super, super cool. What I've done is done a ham mousse inside. You roll it into a ball, and the mixture then gets wrapped in Black Forest ham, and it looks like the cutest little lolly I've ever seen. That is salty and marries with the mustard, and it's a fun treat. There's no bread going on there, so it's definitely a carnivore's dream. So we'll be right back with a little bit lighter fare, soups and salads. Be right back at the Carnival Kitchen. Hi, Katie O. Welcome back to the Carnival Kitchen. German bites. Okay, I'm showing you a little bit of variety, the soups and salads. Bringing it a little lighter and a little bit more seasonal. Some acidic bursts of flavor and some zesty ingredients going on here. So let's get going. Okay, Germany is a country that is full of fresh ingredients, but it's all seasonal. So it depends on what season, what you're gonna see. Right now, I'm gonna introduce a cucumber salad with dill and a creamy vinaigrette. It is so beautiful, and you mix that with some fresh sweet onions, and that becomes a real creamy treat on the side of anything, but it's light and it's fresh because of the dill and the vinegar that you add. When you put that into a radicchio cup, it bursts visually and on your palate. That is gorgeous. I've topped it with some pink pickled onions just for color and beauty. And if you happen to get them, a little special treat for you. Okay, Who doesn't love a German potato salad? Anybody who loves bacon is gonna absolutely know what I'm talking about, because a German potato salad is hearty. It's got a bacon vinaigrette on it, which is really bacon lover's dreams. Potato and bacon, I mean, what could be better? It's really a decadent treat, but it is phenomenal. Salty, creamy, smooth, and of course herbaceous. And I do like to do a little minced onion just to round out the whole flavor profile. That is good. That is served either cold or warm in Germany. You decide. Oftentimes the vinaigrette is poured on warm, so it can be kind of a room temperature warm salad. I'm showing a variety of green salad from Germany. Now, I've got these gorgeous field greens with a beautiful German vinaigrette, which is a pretty traditional red wine vinegar, fresh herbs, a little bit of pickled onion in there. That's a beautiful treat in and of itself. But then when you start tossing it, I set it on a bed of tender baby bib lettuces, because I love a bib lettuce bed with those heartier greens. It's kind of a contrast. So I toss my greens so they're not overdressed, put them on the bed of bib because that'll wilt super easily at the last minute. Then I pair it and decorate the plate with some pickled onions if you want. Pickled beets, because I love them, are a beautiful addition. Some carrot threads for color and crunch. And then you can also add that cucumber dill salad if you want, or some like creamy herring if you're into that kind of thing, and make it almost a meal salad. So there's a lot of variety you can do with this if you're trying to keep it lighter but still very German. Zesty pickled onions, beautiful earthy beets, colorful, inviting to the eye and the tongue. I love it. Fresh and palate cleansing. Okay, so now I'm gonna show you some soups. And we're gonna start with the lightest variety, which is a liver dumpling soup, a very traditional German soup where most Germans will crave in their meal profile. So if you're going out for that meal, that's a one that's gonna be ordered, and then you're gonna see it on a menu. It is a ground liver, smooth liver, and it's made with calf's liver dumpling with simple liver and beef broth reduced. And what then happens is it's just garnished with a little parsley. It's aromatic, flavorful, and those of you who think you hate liver, I recommend you try this soup. It's actually a super light, very flavorful bite, and it's unique. It's definitely worth trying it, and it doesn't have a lot of heavy gamey liver flavor. Lentils are one of the healthiest things for you, and when they are seasoned with ham hock and carrots and stewed down, they become a hearty treat that's also so full of flavor and robust. Mixed with a little onion, you can capture some depths of flavor that are really warming in the fall and winter seasons. And like I said, lentils are so healthy for you. This is something that's perfect if you just need your feet to warm up on a cold day. Okay, now I'm taking you for a hearty ride, right? We're going into goulash. It's like almost a meal in and of itself. Check it out. What is goulash? Goulash is all things beef and paprika. That's what I've got to say about it. It's a reduction of layers of paprika, stewed beef, some minor vegetables, so carrots and onions that pretty much dissolve within it. Look at how dark and rich this sauce is, but your beef becomes tender and delectable. Sometimes when it is served as an entree, it's going to be served over like an egg noodle and something to like add a little starchiness. But if you're just serving it as a soup, it's a little bit more, you know, liquefied, and totally stick to your ribs. But the flavor brings you straight into Germany. It is brilliant and it's inviting and invigorating. That paprika is something that really kind of builds in your system too, and it can get a little spicy if you want it to. So it warms you up on a cold day. So we've got some salads and some soups that we've seen. And now we're moving into entrees, which are big and bold. Let's get ready. Be right back in the kitchen. Entree time. I promised you big and bold, and take a look at German bites. Okay, I am loving this German food. This is inviting food. I'm gonna start here with one of my crispy all-time favorites, which is Wiener Schnitzel. A nice veal patty, crisply fried, served with some thyme, spätzle, and a little thyme gravy, sauerkraut, red cabbage, and asparagus. Now, many people did not know that in the springtime, the entire countryside of Germany all over is full of asparagus. Come spring or fall, we love our veggies. So here we go. This is a gorgeous treat, and you can platter it up, you can serve it just in a smaller size, but this is fun. So family style, individually plated. This is going to be one of the crispy, tasty German favorite bites. You may be wondering how you make them, because so many people buy them or have a maker, but if not, just put the dough on a plate, take your knife, water it down occasionally, and dip it. Just cut them and plop them right into that boiling water. A couple of minutes till they float to the top. Take them out, put them in your pan, cover them with a little teeny bit of butter and some fresh herbs. Dreamy, so fresh. Okay, short rib is a classic favorite, and so is sauerbraten for the Germans. So I've combined the two and done a sour short rib, which is so amazing because it's not only a beautiful, rich short rib in a sauerbraten gravy, which has acidity and brightness and an undertone of that rich, meaty flavor. And it is fall apart tender. I don't really need my knife. I just don't want to make a mess on me. But you can see that that is just like shredded right there and beautiful. I'm serving this on an egg noodle, which envelops that gravy and becomes a perfect vehicle. It is thick and rich and lacquered. I love Brussels sprouts, so a crispy Brussels sprout pairs beautifully with this. And it is herbaceous and it is cabbagey without being acidic. So when you just caramelize them in a little butter in the oven, they maintain their vegetable integrity and they're not mushy. So I say, if you think you're not sure about Brussels sprouts, try them again. They are really an earthy addition to any plate. Cabbage rolls are a favorite in so many cultures. Germany is no exception. These are a meat mixtured cabbage roll. Cabbage is brilliant as an outside layer. It holds the moisture in. I've covered it in a little creamy tomato sauce for a little acidity and brightness because there's not a ton of flavor in with that meat, just some herbs and fresh seasoning. And this tomato sauce really blends well with the cabbage. Once again, I'm showing it with asparagus, but you can serve it with any seasonal vegetable or not because the cabbage leaf could be your vegetable, but I always like to overemphasize vegetables. Then I've got an amazing Bavarian dumpling, which is a potato and bread dumpling mixed with fresh herbs, then boiled and served warm and creamy and smooth. It highlights the tomato sauce and these cabbage rolls. If anybody has a family recipe, it's probably going to be a cabbage roll, and this is no exception. This is gorgeous. It's got a crunchy outside because of that cabbage, but not super, because it cooks down and steams up a little bit. You can see delicate meat, smooth texture on that one. A real treat. Keep in mind, with a nice blend of rice and fresh herbs, you can make these vegetarian. So, wonderful, wonderful dish. Pork roast, okay? Look at the platter before me. It is a family meal. I am telling you, I've rubbed it in thyme, pan roasted it so it caramelizes on the outside and seals in all those juices. Then I stick it in the oven with some nice pork broth, or you can use veal broth or chicken broth or beef broth. You decide which direction you want to go with that. It'll absorb all the flavors while that pork roast is cooking. It'll keep it moist. You cover it in a Dutch oven and cook it till it's nice and tender. When it comes out, slice it, serve it. I love it, once again, with spatula. Put that thyme gravy or a brown gravy right on the spatula. And the whole dish, I've paired this one once again with asparagus, but I love red cabbage for a brightness and an acidic combination, as well as sauerkraut. A real favorite of mine, right around my birthday in February, because everything on this plate works in the winter months for me. And I love homey flavors when it's cold outside. And this dish just screams it. But the red cabbage and the sauerkraut brighten it with a little fruitiness. For my vegetarian friends, I in no way want to leave you out. So getting with our asparagus theme, I have done an asparagus and leek strudel. Once again, with a mountain of overflowing celebrated asparagus, some purple potatoes, and just some bright lemon. And this is always going to be, vegetarian or not, one of the most delicious items for anybody. That flaky phyllo crust and that earthy asparagus with the creamy leeks make it so inviting. The sauce is inside the pocket, so you really almost need nothing else on the plate except for that bright lemon. It becomes fresh and crisp for your palate. Tender spring asparagus is just amazing, just amazing. Okay, Germany also has chicken. I could have shown you so many chicken dishes, it doesn't even end. I could just do an entire episode on German chicken. But I decided that this one is a real interesting one because they've done a German chicken cordon bleu stuffed with Black Forest ham and a German cheese, which is kind of an aged cheese. You could go as so far as a Limburger if you don't mind the scent. Otherwise, just use a nice buttercassie or something creamy that melts so beautifully. I've done that with a green bean almondine. So some green beans beautifully steamed with some caramelized red peppers and onions topped with almonds. It's a beautiful side dish and some crispy purple and white potatoes. And this is really, it's classic ingredients done beautifully with texture, with the crunch. It makes chicken super exciting, and almost any age and palate would enjoy this. So, I hope you've had so much fun with these German bites, because we are going into German sweets. We will be right back in the Carnival kitchen.
Hi, KDO. Welcome back to the Carnival kitchen. German sugar bites. Check it out. Here we have the most adorable gingerbread cookies. His and hers. What is more festive than a zesty gingerbread cookie?
crispy, crunchy, and full of that beautiful ginger zing. I love them. They're so decorative and you can have so much fun making them any way you want. They use them at holiday time, but I say any time of year, but they are awesome at the holidays. So bring it on, do those gingerbread cookies. That's fun for everybody in the family. Okay, now I'm moving on to my absolute 100% childhood favorite, an apple dumpling. These are all over in the streets of Germany and Belgium, all through the Netherlands. It's a favorite. It's an apple that's been cored out, stuffed with cinnamon and sugar, wrapped in a flaky, beautiful pie crust, and then baked in the oven so it gets moist and juicy inside, and that sugar mixes with that apple. And then there's an apple reduction, like almost a compote on the outside. And of course, because I love to get all creamy, I've done a creme anglaise. What could be better than this? Honestly, it's your individual apple pie that has no reason to share. Look at that. The apple maintains so much of its integrity because it's still whole. And you leave the skin on, but it gets soft, but it holds in that sugar. And then the creaminess of the creme anglaise and that flaky crust, it's everything you want. It really is. I'm an apple pie lover, so that's a beauty. Now, a super classic German favorite is the Black Forest cake. Dark chocolate cake, chock full of cherries. Cherries on the inside, cherries on top, a nice buttercream frosting. And the beautiful part about this is that it's so moist and the flavor profiles. Do you see that? It's a dark, dark cake. So amazing. And the flavor profiles emulate that of like a chocolate covered cherry, a really high-end one. Fruity and chocolatey. And once again, creamy and sweet. I just love it. I've done a couple things with a few more berries. Forest berries and tree berries. Okay, blueberries are super seasonal, and I've done what is kind of considered like a crumb cake, but a really moist one, chock full of those berries, but a crumbly, sugary top. Berry reduction, and then fresh blueberries to burst in your mouth. And this is awesome anytime. It's not super sweet, although that compote and that topping do add enough sugar. So it's definitely not in the savory direction. It's not just like over sugared. So this is for those people who aren't like super sugary people. Moist and fruity and delicious, and those blueberries, those fresh blueberries burst in your mouth. It's fresh. It's amazing. A strawberry cake, which is actually like an angel food cake. This is amazing. I want to show you this. It's stuffed chock full. It's a shortbread cake. Okay, so it's a dense cake, strawberries and cream in the inside, another dense cake, layered. I love my strawberry desserts. It's one of my favorites. That's refreshing and light and creamy and fruity. That is something that is perfect after a heavy, rich meal with those deep flavors. Now, we can't ignore the fact that German chocolate cake is called German chocolate cake, and we'd all think that it's from Germany. But no, it's a guy named German who invented it, an English-American guy. But I had to show it because I also love it. It's got that coconut caramely frosting and a nice chocolate ganache with a chocolate cupcake. You can still use it for your German meal. This has been a delight and a treat. Thank you for munching and mooching with me. Bring it on. Those German festivals happen all the time, and the food is constantly giving. What a feast. Thanks for joining. I'll see you again here at Katio's Food Carnival.